Today I want to show you how to crochet a beautiful pair of slippers just by crocheting a rectangular piece. You can do it in any stitch you like, but I will of course show you how I did this stitch to make these colors really stand out. You just need to know the measurements, and I did 19 centimeters on this way and then 28 centimeters across, and then you'll get a standard woman size foot. You can do it a bit longer and a bit wider if you need to do it to bigger foot or smaller. You know how to do it. So let's begin. First, a little about the materials for the yarn. I've used this yarn, and this is what I have left after using a complete skein and doing 2 slippers. Then I used a 4mm crochet hook, a tapestry needle, some scissors, and a tape measure. First we make a slip knot. Leave a bit yarn for later. And then to make the measurements I just showed you, I want to chain up 42. So just chain 42. If you need bigger or smaller, you will just need to know that this stitch recommends an even number of stitches. So if you need to do them bigger, then you need to be able to divide it by 2. So do an even number of stitches. I just want to do a little sample size. I don't want to show you the whole thing, you know. So I will just check I have an even number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I have 12 stitches. You'll just do 42 if you want the measurements I did. Then you'll do a single crochet into each single crochet into each chain. So skip this first chain and then do a single crochet in the next. And then a single crochet in each stitch all the way across. So you skip one and you have 42, so you should have 41 single crochet when you're across, if you did my measurements. So now let's pretend that I have 41 stitches. Now you chain 1. You'll chain 1 after each row. And then you turn. Then you skip your turning chain and do a single crochet in the first stitch. So just a regular single crochet in the next stitch. Now you want to do a double crochet, but you want to do the double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. So instead of doing it up here like we usually do, you will go all the way down here and make the double crochet. So you yarn over like we always do, and then you insert the hook all the way underneath the stitch from the previous row. And then you pull up a stitch, pull it all the way up to the height of the stitch, and then pull through 2, pull through 2. All right? Then do a regular single crochet in the next. And then a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row in the next. So yarn over and then insert the hook all the way down here underneath the stitch. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then a regular single crochet in the next. Then a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row in the next. Then a regular single crochet in the next. And then a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row in the next. Continue like this all the way across. So you will obviously have a few more stitches than me because I'm just doing a little sample. But it's the same thing you'll do all the way. And we only have 1 stitch left to go, and that will be a single crochet. So each row starts and finishes on a single crochet. And that's the first row. Then you chain 1 and turn. You will always chain 1 and turn. Then the next row will be just 1 single crochet in each stitch. So skip your turning chain and then do 1 single crochet into each stitch. So every other row will be just 1 single crochet in each stitch. And when you're done, it looks like this. Then you chain 1 and turn like always. And then you repeat the row where you did the double crochets. So you start with a single crochet. You always start with a single crochet. And then you do a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. So all the way down here, you see this little gap. You insert the hook into this gap underneath the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So when you do this with the double crochets, you will get all these spikes, you see, these spikes here, to make this beautiful stitch. Then you do a regular single crochet, and then a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. And this you will just continue. Do 1 double crochet, then a single crochet, then a double crochet, and all the way to the end. Then you chain 1 and turn, and then you make another row of just single crochet. So every other row will be a row of this with the double crochet, single crochet, and every other row will be just a single crochet in each stitch. And you continue like this for 32 rows. So I did 32 rows in total, and this measures 19 centimeters. We will now be sewing it up. We will not fasten this off yet. We will just leave it for now. And then we will take the tapestry needle and then thread on this one. We left it a bit long. And we will now sew it together. So fold it with the beautiful side in, so the right side in, just like this. And we will now sew it up on this side. So I will make a stitch with the tapestry needle, just like so, all the way across. And we will fold it in a minute. And just pull this a bit as you go, so you don't break the yarn by pulling it too hard when you're all the way across. And then you can pull it together. And you see this right side on the inside. And then you will pull this a bit hard and give it a few extra stitches as you are pulling, so it won't get up again. And just give it a few stitches by the toes as well, so the toes won't freeze. And then you will make a seam just for a few centimeters down on the top of the slipper. Just a whip stitch. Just go from one side to the other for a few centimeters. And this is how far up the foot it goes. I want to say wrist, but I don't think that's the right word. So just for a few centimeters. I think I'm about there. I want to show you how many centimeters I did. Just about 6 or 7 centimeters. Then I will fasten the yarn and weave in this end. And remember, you are on the inside of the slipper, so this won't be noticeable. Then we can cut the yarn and then we can continue up here. So now find your hook again, and then we will make one final row. And you'll just do 1 single crochet on the edge all the way around here. So just begin. Do 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way until here. And when we're all the way around, we can now cut the yarn. Just leave a bit and then pull through. Then find your tapestry needle and we can finish up the sewing. So we will now make the final seam at the back of the slipper. And again, we will just do a simple whip stitch, just like so. all the way to the bottom of the slipper. Then we weave in the end just a few times back and forth. Then we cut the yarn and we can turn it around and we have our beautiful slipper in all these beautiful fall colors. And that's it. I hope you found this tutorial easy to follow. If you did, please press the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!